Hi everyone, welcome to episode 5 of our employability live streams. I'm here today with Lauren J from Industry House, Wendy and Laila from Grad Apprentice. And today we're going to be talking about dealing with stress and pressure and just kind of, the pressure to get things done, meet those deadlines, get the best out of a project. So I'll kick things off. For me, I found that through sort of uni, definitely in my third year, where things are getting a bit more real, I guess. Me and my housemate at the time, Christine, we kind of formed this sort of study buddy relationship, and I found that really, really helpful in terms of knowing that I wasn't the only person going through it. I mean, we were on the same course, but we were doing different pathways. I was graphics and she was digital. So we had different projects, doing different things, slightly different deadlines and everything. But we kind of, we kind of took over the living room, and if one of us was there, the other one was there, and we were just kind of keeping that momentum going with each other. And if we hit a problem or we didn't quite know how to solve something, we could just bounce off of each other. And I really did find that helpful, and it kind of kept me on my toes, I guess, throughout the project kind of process. And I think I've kind of followed that through with work as well. So at P&W where I work, I very much bounce off my colleagues all the time. My friends who sit either side of me, if I'm finding that something's not happening as quickly as I need it to happen, or something's not quite right, but I don't know what it is, and I'm getting a bit stressed out because I've got all these other deadlines that I need to meet, I kind of find leaning on someone else to just come in with a fresh pair of eyes really, really helps. So that would be my tip, I think, for anyone who feels like they're maybe a little bit isolated, especially at the moment. Don't feel like you can't ask for help, because I think that's the best thing you can do. So Laila, do you have any tips that you would pass on?
So I completely, what you just said completely resonates with my experience. Like, you need somebody around. We're also social creatures, so it's good to have people around that you can bounce ideas off. But in terms of looking for a job and stuff like that, which is what we're working on, I realized that working by myself was the most stressful thing, especially when you're trying to build that portfolio. You don't know where to start. What kind of skills are they looking for? What software should you use? What are the current UI trends and all of that. So with that experience, I kind of started learning to ask for help. So reach out to people is what I'd say. LinkedIn has been such an amazing space for me, where you connect with people and people are ready to help you. You need to ask them, and you need to be really honest with yourself, with your situation. And it's not only us right now, it's like everybody is going through such a difficult time because of COVID. People who have a lot of experience are also being laid off. So coming out as a graduate, really take that pressure off. Just be realistic about your current situation, and start building from where you are, and start connecting with people who are in the same situation. Like you will see right now, looking for opportunities, people with that green line on their LinkedIn accounts. So you can see, when did you graduate? If you reach out, people will be more supportive. Also at Grad Apprentice, we've got a small community. So if you guys want to reach out to us, we're more than happy to chat with you and, discuss what you could do in terms of preparation and using your time. I just think of, how this COVID thing started out, and it was so stressful. Now I think we kind of got to the space where we're used to it almost. But still, you do need people around. So if you feel like, you need some community to join, just reach out to us, is what I'd say. Yeah.
Yeah, great. How about you, Lauren J? Any thoughts?
So in terms of education, when I was in my third year of uni was when I really felt the pressure of trying to make sure that I graduated. There were some times where I didn't think that I was going to make it. But the joy of actually living in I think it was a 6 or 7 person household at this time, for uni. It was just us girls. we had this thing called hallway talks. So we would literally sit along the whole hallway, and we would either all have our workout, or we would just have like a little chilled session of just talking and chatting, and it just took that pressure off. And if someone was like, "Oh, I want to do this, like I'm doing this at the moment, but I need help," if someone else had that skill, then they'll be like, "Oh, like I can help you," or "I know someone that can help." And that's kind of where the industry house idea came about, was from working with these girls as it was. And now, in terms of a working atmosphere, I have like Zoom sessions online, and literally we all just come, whoever's working on that project comes online at a particular time, and everyone just meets out. Like everyone's just working by themselves, but you feel like you're in some sort of office, because you can see everyone's faces, and if someone needs help or someone wants to just say something, they just unmute and just start talking. And then everyone can just have a conversation about it. Everyone mutes out again and continues. So it feels like you still have that office sort of vibe. One of the things that I do when I'm actually stressed is I do a thing called a brain dump. I don't know if anyone's ever done it before, but I just write everything that's in my head. It could be literally just like, you need to work out and then you need to shower afterwards. Like, it sounds so silly, but it's anything that's in your head, just get it out on a piece of paper, and it's no longer in your head.
Yeah.
And even going for walks. Yesterday was one of those days I had a lot on, and I just went for a walk for 15 minutes before my next call, because I didn't want to not show up as my best self. Went for a walk, came back, and then I feel like I smashed the call that I was on. So in terms of that, activity helps. Just motion equals emotion, as I am told all the time. So it makes you happy, releases all those good hormones. And also every 3 months I set myself like a plan, and it's literally a 1-day plan, but I just do it every day. And I just basically do 90 days plans with dates attached to them, goal set, and then just strive towards those every day. So that's kind of how I've been coping recently, and especially in the lockdown is actually when I first started my first 90-day plan. So that has been really good. I'm nearly halfway through my third one, and in or out of a lockdown, I don't think that that's something that I'll take away now, because it's a thing that actually helps me get stuff done. And whether or not it's in your personal life or in business or in your job, just having that end goal, like I want to do this in the next 3 months and work towards it daily, doesn't make it so overwhelming that you feel like you have to do it like tomorrow. So that's it.
Yeah, I love that. I love the brain dump thing. I've fallen in love with my whiteboard over the lockdown. Definitely. I as soon as I think of something but I haven't got time to do it right now, I just scribble it on there, and it's so good. Yeah. Wendy, how about you?
Yeah, I mean, Lauren, you sound like me pretty much. I have this spreadsheet that I call Spreadsheet of Life. Literally, I spread my life out on this thing. Like you said, when I'm anxious about stuff, I will write everything. I'll pour it out onto that spreadsheet, because it gives you an idea of how crazy your mind has gone. But you also work out, who can I ask for help? You know, like there might be a certain thing that you see on your sheet. You're like, wow, I can't do this on my own. I need to reach out. Or it could be something that, you know, is quite simple, but you've overcomplicated it because it was on your mind. So you could take 5 minutes to do it. So I actually list the things that take me the least time. I'll get those done first, that I don't have to think too much about. And before I know it, I can see my list going down. So when you do that regularly, you will find that missing things it's more difficult to miss things than it is not to. So you get into a really good habit. But also when I was in uni, and I remember the third year, that the final year, I'd done things the wrong way around. I booked a holiday. We were in South Africa. I had to do my dissertation and everything. I cried onto my mom, my dad. They spoke to me. They gave me a clear head. But one thing you need to do is to always be consistent in everything you do. If you're consistently working out a plan of when you're going to study, when you're going to submit something, you will always know that things will always fall into place. But yeah, that's what I do. And keeping a healthy mind. I try to run in the mornings or do something in the morning because that sets me up for the rest of the day. But yeah, plan. Have a spreadsheet for life.
Awesome. So yeah, I guess that sums it up really, doesn't it? Spreadsheet for life, brain dump, find a study buddy. Just don't do things on your own. Look for those communities and those like-minded people, and you'll get there. Don't do it by yourself. And I guess, yeah, anyone who's listening to this, who's watching this, do link up with all our channels and with all of our communities as well, and do reach out and ask questions, be curious, and hopefully you'll find some like-minded people that you can team up with, and they'll just help you progress. Yeah, cool. So thanks for watching, and we'll be back here next Wednesday at 1:15. So follow our channels and you'll get notified when we go live. Until then, see you soon.
See ya.
Bye. Bye.